Have you been trying one thing after another and fail? You take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. Do you want to know how to differentiate between failing and succeeding in your life? Then be more consistent, right? All the components needed in life and in business. Now, if this is your first time here on this channel, click on the subscribe button to learn more tips just like this. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about the importance of consistency in your development. Because as we know, consistency is not something you try a few times and then move on to something else. It's a habit you can acquire today, but is a lifetime commitment you will reap in time. That's why it becomes a habit. On the other hand, having a clear path in life when it comes to your goals and objectives for consistency to take effect. Because if you don't have a target to hit, then you don't have a focus. You're shooting blanks in the air, wasting time, energy, and resources. That for many people is a high price to pay. Since consistency is being dedicated to fulfill those goals in all areas, such as health, time and money freedom, career or business, at work, in your relationships, at school, in sports, in the community, or at home, representing your daily life. So let me give you 5 reasons why being consistent is so important in your development today. And the first one is achieve more goals. This implies having a plan, leading you to take baby steps toward achieving those objectives in a consistent manner that keeps you on your toes, not giving up that easy. This automatically drives you to look ahead and see what's next. And once you achieve those first step of goals, keeping your energy and motivation up. The second one is that you develop discipline. And these 2 elements work hand in hand, which the first one was achieving more goals. That brings us to develop those disciplines, or that discipline. Because you can't have consistency if you don't have discipline. Or the other way around, which involves repetition. Even if you don't want or you don't feel like doing it today, doing a task, you get up and do it anyway until you master it. And only then you can move on to something else or upgrade that task, objective, or goal. Now, the third one is build momentum. Think about it this way. You start with a new goal, habit, task, career, you name it. In the beginning, it's going to take some time and can be difficult. Then you start taking action daily, which is consistency, until it doesn't look that intimidating or challenging. And at the same time, you begin to understand how it works, building that momentum and achieving your goals successfully. The fourth one is that consistency is more important than perfection. And this one is quite interesting because consistency is built in time, allowing you to start from where you are. And with repetition, you keep taking more risk to perfect it. In contrast, perfection creates the perfectionism syndrome that if you don't, or if it doesn't have the perfect conditions, you can't move forward, generating stress and procrastination. Now, the fourth one is quite important, which is it allows you to stand out from the crowd. As we know, consistency brings excellent results, increasing your confidence, trust, and reliability, which can be spotted right away. Right away. In contrast to people who are just starting or need to be more consistent in their moves, you're building your reputation in life, and other leaders will always love working with others they can trust and believe in. This will attract more opportunities in your life. And as a business owner, you will attract more business partners and clients you want to work with, or they want to work. As an employee, you will have more visibility and opportunities to grow in the company, since employers value having people who have a proven record they can rely on to delegate more responsibilities. However, remember that you need to monitor those results you are getting, because if the new behavior doesn't serve you in achieving those goals, you need to change it. Because the same way you can be getting good results if you're doing the bad actions or things that are driving you to a different or a negative part, you're going to start building up momentum through that negative side. So that's why it's important to monitor those results to see if it's achieving or if it's serving you in a positive way. Because consistency is crucial for your growth, because you can monitor that outcome and mold it to your advantage. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say that you start driving. You don't just take the car and start driving it right away, right? You have to practice, 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 practice until you learn and get familiarized with the car, with the engine, with, especially if it's a manual car. Nowadays we have automatic, but some people are still using manual cars. So they need to get familiar with the whole thing, the engine, the when it start asking for the changes, all that you need to familiarize yourself. And you need to practice every day or once a week, depending on how committed you are to driving that car. That is the momentum you need to build up. So once you build up the momentum, you practice, 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 you can take the car and go wherever you want, because you already have the confidence, you already know how to do it, and that's it. Now, in my case, and I'm going to use myself as an example. When I started, and it's going to be very interesting and funny at the same time. When I started this channel, or before I started this channel, I used to take my phone and open up the video and start saying things random. The thing is that I could spend 10 seconds finding something to talk about. I was like, wait a minute, and I was all over the place. And I didn't realize that it was that difficult. But in time, now as you can see, I have been creating different videos talking about different things that is going to not only serve me, but it's going to serve millions of them. Because I've been consistent every single week putting up videos that I know is going to serve you. Now, for me, it's not that hard to get on start shooting videos. Now, for you, it can be something else, but you need to practice. You need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. So remember to put your mind on something, whatever it is you're planning to do in the next week, the next day, the next month. And once you put your mind on that, be consistent. You will eventually accomplish that goal. For all my life leaders out, you can only be successful with consistency. And this is a golden nugget. So remember, click the like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, afternoon, and wherever you are. Thank you for stopping by. This was Jenny Jackson.